Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Math Today. We're going to be doing investigations 622. We're going to talk about fewer and more, and we're going to play a game called Double Compare, where we add. We're also going to be counting forward and backward on our 100 chart. So let's get started. Here's reviewing fewer.
Fewer. I have 2 cards. Which card has fewer? I can count to see which has fewer. The first card has 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 candles. The second card has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 pencils. There are fewer candles than pencils. 4 is less than 8. Which tower has fewer? I can use matching to find out which has fewer. After I match the cubes, there are still some blue cubes that do not have a match. The number of cubes in the red tower is less than the number of cubes in the blue tower. The red tower has fewer. I can use counting or matching to find which has fewer. Think about this question. Who has fewer? Carmen's cube train or Kyle's cube train?
Try it. Choose 2 towers to compare. Drag them to the workspace. How many cubes are in the tower with fewer?
All right, so for example, you have a tower of 2, and you can match them edge to edge, and you have a tower of starting at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many cubes are in the tower with fewer? There are 2 in the tower with fewer. It's not as many as this one. The green one has 1, 2, 3, 4 more cubes than that one does, than the red one. Okay. Now let's listen to more. Fewer is not as many, and fewer is less on the number line. Let me see if I can get this computer down some. There we go. Here's more.
More. I have 2 cards. Which card has more? I can count to see which has more. The first card has 1, 2, 3. There are 3 flowers. The second card has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 moons. There are more moons than flowers. 6 is more than 3. Which tower has more? I can use matching to find out which has more. The number of cubes in the blue tower is greater than the number of cubes in the red tower. The blue tower has more. I can use counting or matching to find which has more.
Now that we've reviewed fewer than and more than, let me show you double compare. Get your cards out.
Double compare. Decide whose cards have the greater total.
Now, there's 2 ways I want you to play. You can play with whoever has the highest number, the greater number, or you can play with who has the fewest amount. Listen to both instructions and play both ways today.
Play with a partner. 1. Tap the deck to deal 2 cards. drag those cards to player 1. 2. Tap the deck to deal 2 more cards. Drag those cards to player 2. 3. The player with the greater total says me and drags all cards from the round to his or her collection box. If the totals are the same, each player deals 2 more cards on top of his or her first set of cards and then compare the totals. 4. The game is over when all of the cards have been turned over. The player with the most cards is the winner. More ways to play. The player with the lesser total says me and collects all cards from the round. Play with the wild cards. A wild card can be any number.
Okay. Now watch how this is played. 5 and 1. So you add those two together. 5 and 1 make, you can start counting at 1, or you can start counting starting at 5 and say 5, 6. So player 1 has 6. Player 2 has 5 and 4. So player 1 has 6 and player 2 has 9. So whoever has the greatest amount gets all the cards. Player 2 has a higher number. 9 is more than or greater than 6. So you're adding, and then you put all the cards over here. And then you, with this card, then you just continue playing. Now, let me show you this way. You can also play with your either on the computer or with your own deck of cards and do the same thing. Let me get this up a little bit, that they did on the computer. Player 1 turns over 2 cards. So 5 and 2 make 7. You can use your fingers, or you can use Unifix cubes or whatever you have, buttons, and help count. Player 1 is 7. Player 2 is 6. 7 is more than 6. So this player gets both of them. So you can play with who has the greater number, and then you can stop and gather all the ones who have the fewest amount. Either way. Then take your 100 sheet and play with a partner with having them pick 2 numerals like 13 and 18 and count forward and backward and just take turns. So your partner will do something like this and expect the partner to say 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. So you're counting forward and backward, and then the other person takes a turn, and you could say 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and then backwards, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, just counting forward and backward, choosing different numerals all over the board. You can also write them as well. Okay. Enjoy playing double compare with your cards or on Investigation 622. All right, goodbye.